What's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever coverage of Batman the Animated Series, Season 1, Episode 1, on Leather Wings. So this episode starts off with some guys, flying their plane, and the guy's like, "Hey, there's something going on," but then it's attacked by this Man-Bat thing. So then Harvey Bullock is trying to say, "Hey, we should get a strike team on the Batman," which they think is Batman, but we know it's not Batman. So even Harvey Dent's over here saying, "Oh, good, Harvey Bullock," flipping his coin thing, because that Harvey Dent does what Harvey Dent does. So he's flipping his coin. So that's when Batman's like, hey, Alfred, what's going on?" And he's like, "Hey, Mr. Wayne, you want me to cancel your your thing that you're supposed to be doing?" He's like, "Yeah, cancel it." So then Batman flies out of there. Actually, not flies, because Batman can't actually fly. He takes the Batmobile and because everything has the word Batman. He takes the Batmobile and goes and meets with one of his colleagues, who basically, Bruce does. It's kind of funny that in a later scene, Bruce is talking, but then he talks in normal Bruce Wayne voice, right? And Kevin Conroy pulls this off really well. Is that he's able to talk his normal Bruce Wayne voice, but then after he's done the conversation, he goes back to his Batman voice, and that's just really good. That he's able to talk like this, and then in the middle he's like, "Yeah, Alfred, we gotta get this going." I'm just like, oh, Kevin Conroy. It's kind of sad that the Arrowverse. If you see my Arrowverse series, I made jokes on how the Arrowverse has made puns at Batman, and how all the characters, when they're angry, talk like they're doing their terrible Batman impressions. Yeah, basically that's the Arrowverse now. Every time someone gets angry, it basically is, "I talk like this now." And if you see my Arrowverse reviews, which you should check out, this will probably also be posted on Beckham's Reviews channel. I do have sometimes where I post something on this channel, which is Batman's Animated Reviews, and then I also post it on the Beckham Reviews channel, because I just want to do that. So if any of you who haven't checked out that channel, please subscribe. And also, if you want to see more Batman content, please tell me, because as I've never seen. I know people say the show is iconic, and so far of what I've seen in the first episode, it's a pretty good show. And also funny that the voice actor who played one of the main bad guys, the Doctor, actually played Matt Shreve, the General, on Arrow. Kind of funny. So, kind of funny. That's kind of a funny thing to do. So Batman discovers that it's his friend who's actually the Man-Bat, and the wife or girlfriend of that main scientist is like, "Oh gee, he's the Man-Bat." Well, Batman's fighting Man-Bat, which is really a weird name, but he's a man, he's bad. The Commissioner Gordon is like, "Harvey Bullock, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm going to catch the Man-Bat, sir." And he's like, Not at the expense of my team, you're not. I'm coming too." So Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Bullock, and all the cops fly out to catch Batman, or who they think is Batman, while Batman is fighting the real antagonist. And Batman is able to take down the main antagonist, and he tells the Doctor, she's like, "Is he never going to be like, is ever going to turn back into that Man-Bat again?" And he's like, "No, never. Well, sort of. So, that's the end of the first episode of Batman the Animated Series. I enjoyed it. It was a good first episode. I really liked it. It was a good introduction to the characters. Man-Bat, Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Bullock, even though Harvey Dent had one line and had one scene in the entire episode. That's how you're gonna introduce one of your characters. Have one scene in the entire episode. Harvey Dent is a better character in the later episodes, as I've heard. But for this episode, he's only made one appearance. Batman was pretty cool. How Kevin Conroy, when he was talking to his science friend, he was talking in his Bruce Wayne voice, but when he turned off the video message, he went back to his Batman voice, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, it was also cool to see Bruce Timm and all the other directors really do. So yeah. So if you haven't seen this episode, please watch it. You're doing yourself a disservice by not watching this first episode of the Batman animated series. And if you have watched it, please watch this review series, because I will really be excited to be watching Batman animated series. For a person that's never seen it, I've only seen the Walter Benesiak Batman series. I'm excited to get into this Batman, get into the Batman rather than to the Batman, because I am a big I've heard of Batman. He's currently in Multiverses, probably still being voiced by Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy would also come to the Arrowverse as his own version of Batman in Batwoman for a one episode appearance before having his version of Batman killed off. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So if you haven't seen this episode, you better fly on out here and watch. You better fly on out here like Man-Bat and watch this episode. But if you haven't, stay like Batman and fight the good fight of watching this episode. My puns. I think I just ruined it by saying my puns. But still, if you haven't watched this episode, please go and watch it. You're doing yourself a disservice. There will probably be a spoiler, which I probably won't say spoiler. I will. Yeah, so spoilers. Just spoilers for the entire series. Also be after we're done Batman animated series, we'll also be watching the new Batman adventures. And I'm probably watching Batman Beyond. Is that good? Because if it is, I'll be watching it. If it isn't, just tell me. Because I'm excited just to get into all things Batman. 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 Bam. Bam. Batman. Yeah. So if you want to watch this episode, so if you want to see this episode, please watch it. But if you haven't, I won't be wearing hockey pads. And also, I take drive-through. And also, I can't believe I was in reference to that Batman. No. George Clooney Batman will never be referenced ever again. He will be dicked up. George Clooney Batman will never be referenced again. Because we all know how terrible George Clooney Batman is. I can't believe Val Kilmer would leave the show and then leave the movie, and then they would just give it to randomly George Clooney. George Clooney. Really, George? You decided to put yourself in a terrible film like Batman and Robin? Like, you could have saved your career by... You could have, took that. You could have saved saved the movie by not putting yourself. Even the Robin actor of that movie said it was like they were shooting a movie, for a kids like a McDonald's ad or a kids meal ad. Like that movie was so bad. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for more Batman the Animated Series.